Hello, Lucas Nation fans. Welcome back to another exciting podcast. This is the podcast of Lucas Chat Podcast. Now, guys, I hope you guys did enjoy your weekend. I hope you guys did check out the weekend vlog, episode 50. We talked about some great things coming up in the fall, like the John Blaze film that's coming out in fall 2015. Hope you guys did enjoy seeing the soundtrack. Again, we have the John Blaze OST official soundtrack out for the website at www.lucas904.wix.com/KLPC. Of course, also for YouTube at Kennedy Lucas. Please remember, when you're viewing that video and viewing the soundtrack video, it's completely free for you guys to listen. Of course, you have to go on iTunes and purchase its songs. If you really like their songs, you're going to have to go on iTunes to get it. But again, completely free. So again, please check out the John Blaze official soundtrack, guys. Now, we are here today, and I hope you guys did enjoy seeing it. If you haven't seen it, right after this podcast, please click the Lucas Chat Podcast anime where we talked about Angel Beats. We talked about Angel Beats, and I really go in. That's probably like 20 minutes podcast, because I really went in on that anime, because that was just one of my favorite animes of all time. I have to say, of all time, Angel Beats is one of them. Now, as of today, we are going to talk about a little bit about film. Now today we're going to talk about the second best exotic Marigold hotel. Now again, this podcast was scheduled to be recorded and put out last weekend, but Furious 7 kind of came up, and we wanted to do Furious 7 first before we did the second best exotic Marigold hotel. But now this weekend we're finally doing it. This movie. Now this movie here is really good movie, directed by John Madden. Really good. Written by Oil Parker. This is the sequel from the 2012 version, The Best Exotic Marigold Hotel, that came out in 2012. Now, this is one of your films that really don't get a lot of, publicity, I guess. It really doesn't get a lot of attention. I know with the first one didn't even go to theaters. It went straight to DVD. And, they had a couple of trailers out on TV for it, but, it's good to be out there, but you want to be out there. So the second one, they had a movie thriller trailer, and it was released for almost a limited time, released out for theaters. I think it was around March. Let's look that up. Release date, actually in the UK they got released. We got word here. In the UK they released it in February 26, 2015, and they released it out sometime in March, I believe. No? Okay. So, just March 2015, we have that out for you guys, for that movie to be out. Now, again, you have a lot of your actors that you've seen in the first one. Judi Dench, Bill Nighy, I'm sorry if I pronounced your last name wrong, Bill, Penelope Walton, Tina Dassey, Latiti Dubby, Maggie Smith, Kalia Cecilia, Emre, Raji Thailand, Ronald Pickup, Dev Patel, I'm sorry, Dave, and Richard Gere. Now, again, they had a lot of one new actor, Richard Jerry, I'm sorry. I'm trying to pronounce these names right, but they had that guy to come in because if you guys can remember, in the first one, Tom Wilkinson was in it and he had died. Tom Wilkinson was in the first one, and he turned out he was gay. He was finding his Indian friend. He was gay, and he had a heart problem. He was working too much. He had a heart problem. So he wanted to die in India. And if you've seen the first one, please go back. And I say this to a lot of fans because a lot of people, they tend to watch the sequel of a series movie and then they don't understand it. You have to go back and watch the first one before you watch the second one. Again, not trying to be smart out there, but I had a lot of people say that and be like, yeah, I seen the sequel of this. I ain't seen the first one. I seen the sequel. I just don't get it. Well, of course you don't get. You got to see the first one before getting into the second one, and that's kind of the same here with the second best exotic Marigold Hotel. You have to see the first one before you see this one because this kind of ties in. The characters of Sonny and I can't pronounce this fiance's name. I ain't even gonna try, y'all. That's a hard name to pronounce. They get married in the second one, and Judi Dench and the other the other lover, I forgot his name too. He's one of these names here, but they wanted to get married, and he wanted to love her, because if you go back, again, if you go back to the first one again, they have two married couples, and they didn't make it in the first one. The wife left, and then they got a daughter. The wife left, and he stayed. He stayed, and he wanted to love Judi Dench's character. He wanted to love him, and then the wife, the ex-wife, I guess we can say now, comes back into the second one with her daughter. But she didn't want the wife didn't want to get back. She came back to ask for a divorce. If you see the second one, she came back and she said, "Hey, I want a divorce." And the husband's name is Dudley, by the way. He comes back and, not Dudley, I'm sorry, Douglas, Douglas, that's his name in the movie. Comes back, and she was like, "Hey, I want a divorce. I ain't come here to take you back. I want a divorce," because she wanted to get remarried. But turns out she didn't really want to get. She wasn't really getting remarried. She just was showing off to make sure things were straight, and she wanted to say, "Oh, look at me," but she wasn't really getting married. If you've seen it, now again, I hope this is not a spoiler to all my fans out there. I will disclose and explain every movie, but if you've seen it, you can read about it. Now again, the music was by Thomas Newman. Now Thomas Newman is my dude. I used a couple of his songs for my previous films, and his songs will not be used in the John Blaze film, but I've used his music in past movies, so very, very awesome with that. But just be careful how you do it, because copyright reasons, we all know about them. Now, the production company was by Blueprint Pictures. Now, Blueprint Pictures did a couple of good films, and Percipient Media, and distributed by Fox Searchlight Pictures. Fox, released in the country, released good in the United Kingdom. Again, released out for United States. The setting is set in India, Jaipur, India. Now, Maria Donnelly, Maggie Smith's character. She, in the first one, she was in a wheelchair. She couldn't move. Her hip was I don't want to say broken, but it wasn't right. So she had to go to India to get a hip replacement surgery. So she goes there, and then it kind of ties in how she's there at a hotel because she needed a hotel. She wanted to, had to get it in India because she couldn't get it in the United Kingdom. And had to go there, get her hip. Now she's up and walking, but she was thinking about coming back to the United Kingdom, but she stayed in India because she turned out she liked it. And I feel like that character, she really judged the book by its cover, because she saw she saw Indians out there. She was like, okay, I don't want to be here, But then she judged the book by its cover, and she ended up loving it. And she worked at the hotel as a front desk lady. I don't know what it's called, but she worked front desk. So then in the second one, Sonny, Dave Patel, he opens up a second hotel, just to have two. He very, very good businessman, if you ask me. Again, he was getting married, he was getting married by, again, I can't pronounce his fiance's, in the character of fiance's name, I can't pronounce that, because they have it with an accent, I can't say that, but he wants to get married, and it's just they just enjoy the hotel, and they wait until I hate to say it like this, but they wait until they die. That's just really what the hotel is. It's for the elderly people. When you're elderly, you go there, that's your last vacation, and you kind of slip away with life, and you get passed on, But Richard Drury, again, I'm sorry, Richard, if I pronounce your last name, but he kind of comes in, wants to find love, and he does find love, with Sonny's mom, the Mommy G. That's what he's called, Mommy G. But she finds love with Richard. They kind of fall in love because she got divorced. She wanted to fall in love. So everybody within this movie, everybody finds love. And might I just say that this movie is just really, really good to see. A lot of people, again, back to the whole judging the book by its cover thing, a lot of people see this movie and say, ugh, this looks boring. But once you really watch it, it's like, dang, we need more directors like you out there. like you're a good director. And the writer's very good. Now, this is based off a book. If I pronounce your book right, it's called These Foolish Things. That's the name of the book. Again, every movie's written by a book, Every movie's written by a book. So, very, very good writer who wrote the book. But then John Madden, his directing skills is very, very good. Now, that guy deserves an Oscar because, we have a lot of directors out there, and they're like, okay, you're not Oscar worthy, but you're very good. You got money. You're very good. But we need more good ass directors out there in the world who can create something like that. And that's something K.L.P. and what I'm trying to do is create great films and great content. And that's just exactly what John Madden's doing here. He is putting together great content. Like these two movies. And of course he did direct other things. Now we're trying to get word on the other movies that he did. Again, of course, his movies are Ethan Frome. I don't know. That was back in 1993. I don't know if anybody remember that movie. Kill Shot. Kill Shot is a good movie that he did in 2009. And The Depth in 2011. Of course, 2012 was the best Marigold Hotel. And then 2015, this year, the second best Marigold Hotel. Now, also very, very good. He did played. He played in a Arthur Kopit's Wing. That's a play that he did. And television shows. I think some people actually know this show. Masters of Sex. He also kind of helped out with that film. That movie. And The Widowmaker. Widowmaker was made around 1990. He did some work on that. And The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes. So please check him out if you guys like John Madden. I actually like John Madden. He's very, very good. Very, very good at storytelling. And I hope I did break it down to you guys. And it's just a continuation of the first one. A lot of people finding love and a lot of people. And then Judi Dench's character, she writes a diary. But it turns out that's the book, But she writes a diary about how things are in India. And, she kind of calls back to her son, because her husband had died. If you've seen the first one, when the movie's first coming on and you've seen the first one, she's on the phone trying to get the internet hooked up and she couldn't get it because it was in her husband's name and her husband is dead, so, died of a heart attack, I believe that she said in the movie. So please be sure to check out the second best exotic Marigold Hotel if you guys love good movies, because that is a good movie to really get into. I enjoyed the first one and second one. I do think they need a third one. I'm not really too sure how they're going to perform a third one, but I really do think they need a third one because it's like, what's going to happen to these characters, Yeah, they got married, but what's going to happen to these characters, So, I hope you guys did enjoy this podcast over the second best exotic Marigold Hotel. Very, very excited to be doing these podcasts. Please be sure to watch the other podcasts over anime. We're talking about Angel Beats in that anime, in that show. So I hope you guys did enjoy that anime. Please enjoy the weekend vlog episode 50. Very, very excited to be doing that. And be sure to follow me on all my social media accounts. You guys know what they are. If not, go to episode 50. I tell you guys the name of my Instagram and all of that. So as of right now, I'm Kennedy Lucas, logging out.